CalazCon is a show about war, obsession, colonialist occupation, and the many forms of violence those inflict. See the description for content warnings specific to this episode.
Welcome back to CalazCon. You're joining the 86 once again, our squad of dismounted pilots, for our downtime following a spectacularly successful evening at the Fan Appreciation Gala. As always, this season of the 86 is sponsored by Emrys. If you'd like to support the show, please head to patreon.com/CalazCon. I'm the GM, Hadrian. My pronouns are he, him, and you can find me on the internet at nowonewillnotice.com. I am joined today by Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine Blight. I'm playing Dani, the psychic, she, her. You can find me at CVBlight@gmail.com if you want any voice acting.
And August Orion.
Hi, I'm August. You can find my work at uriR.itch.io and deviantorlock.itch.io. I'm playing Ergo Hex. They use they and him pronouns. They also kill evil bureaucrats with psionic machinations. That's all you need to know.
Dani, sweating.
You can find me at Yuri as well. You can't find me at Yuri Reynolds.
We're only talking about Yuri R, not Yuri, please.
Speaking of Aviator.
Hi, I'm Aviator. I use she, her pronouns. And I'm playing Basel Killian, the technician, who's also she, her. And you can find me hanging around with a quest marker over my head.
And Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad Eldridge, and I'm playing Misty Avalanche, the envoy. Goes by he, him. You can also find me at nowonewillnotice.com.
Now, as we begin downtime, we do have a couple pieces of business to attend to. As this giant robot is still active in the city, just sort of cutting shit around Praxian Plaza, putting on a show. And by putting on a show, I mean being locked in a constant battle with the DFS and Jovangelian forces, as well as just knocking over the occasional building for spectacle. You, however, currently face an entanglement.
It's not a robot because it's piloted.
You're correct.
I had to be yelled about that all the time. Yes. Beep, beep, down with this bus.
You should adopt the tactic of flicking the yeller in the nose for being a pedant.
Yeah, just spritz him with the naughty cat spray bottle.
What Austin and I do is none of your business.
Oh, I didn't know it was like that. I'm sorry.
So, we are going to have to deal with an entanglement here, and that entanglement is requisition. Cohort squad or upgrade is requisitioned by another squad. Now, I have some bad news, and that is that a little weedy, nerdy legal team has shown up to the subway station. And you are being served with the DMCA notice. And they are requesting immediate remission of all assets regarding your side business, aka your bootleg copyrighted materials in the form of body pillows.
Did somebody tell them that this was a suicide mission?
Well, your options are you can let them have the body pillow business, in which choice you'll gain 2 trusts with CalazCon. You can bribe them to go away. It'll cost you 6 personnel to do so. Or you can just tell them to kick rocks. And you're going to lose 1 status with the early birds and 1 status with CalazCon itself as a faction.
Oh, these are CalazCon people? Oh, I shoot them.
It sounds like a
They're dead.
pretty sturdy, get the fuck out of here. You are not welcome answer. All right, so that's
I
gonna
clearly wrote no copyright intended when I made these.
all right, so that's gonna put you at -1 with the early birds and -3 with the Exodus Republic Incorporated.
Yes.
Are we in Vendetta now?
No,
I
you're
don't
not.
think we have any single squad.
No single squad is at -3.
Okay.
Just the
Okay. So everyone fucking hates us, but not as individuals.
They wouldn't start a vendetta with us when I do this. Hex doing the making someone dance by shooting directly near their foot.
Well, at least we're giving guns to the right people.
Speaking of Hex, we did have a little conversation after the last mission, and we decided that Hex does face a consequence from using the anti-psychic juice injection on Lieutenant Colonel Martell.
I love the implication of we, as if any of us would have thought about it or even decided to do it, as if it wasn't a ruling from above. But
Possibly.
yes, also I did want this because I...
Yeah. Possibly the writer of the game was like, hey, did you read the rules?
The answer is no, of course not. I only back the Kickstarter. Don't worry about it, Austin.
But yeah, I'm going to suffer some sort of backlash from using literally psychoreactive chemicals. What the fuck do you think that is? I don't know.
Do you feel like it was some degree of LSD?
I've looked over it. I think it's going to be similar to Fallout from the Aces Rage system. And I'm going to hit you with the possibility hallucinations. Hex's kind of natural psychic dampening is turned off for now. And their brain is sort of compensating with a kind of physical paranoia.
So, just like normal.
Just like normal. I do think Hex is seeing all of the things that they could be from the moment onward. And I think the resist is happening because they get stuck on one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is not a good or helpful situation.
And the version of themselves that they are stuck. It's the issue with possibility delusions is that you don't get a lot of context for what you're seeing. It just sort of happens. But what Hex sees is is seeing a version of themselves that is not a part of any of the factions. Has and is actively pushing back against the ones that will be on the planet in the future. And it's sort of the resist happens because they're so this entire time they've been slowly building to the idea of maybe I don't need to be a soldier. Maybe I could do something else with my life. And I think this is Resolve, which is my second best.
This does seem appropriate.
Dice, I don't need you to be this. I don't need you to be good this time. I need you to just give me enough stress.
You get 3.
Yes, that's enough. Thank God. Okay, great.
And this is Hex.
I have another scar.
Collecting a 3rd scar. Do you know what that is going to be yet?
My knee-jerk reaction was to say actualization, which is a stupid idea. That's not a scar.
Self-disappointment.
Scar manifesting.
I could go with some like some flavor of obsessed or haunted, possibly something tangential to those.
Isn't there a word for like the kind of like, oh, I wasted my potential, or am I just thinking about some like dark nostalgia thoughts?
I think I'm gonna go with something like adjacent to obsessed. I think they're driven. There is a lot of instances of Hex kind of like being faced when someone being like, hey, you know, we're all a part of this faction. Maybe you shouldn't just like be really laissez-faire about how you interface with the chain of command. That they've just sort of been like, why? Why would I ever do that? And now it is undeniable. The traitor has traded again. They just haven't said it out loud yet.
Hex did a hex. Almost literally. Before we move on too much further, I will say that I was so excited to roll in with the copyright squad that I failed to mention that it was Christine that sent me that idea in a DM, because I'd been really struggling to figure out what was getting requisitioned.
As we understand it, most of the DMs about this game is Christine telling you how to ruin Dani's life more. So I automatically assumed if the side business is being threatened, it's Christine said that could be interesting.
If anything diabolical happens, it's almost always her idea. I'm just going to say that going forward.
I would like to note that my plans to for fun and profit for CalazCon are not DM'd to anybody, because I'm not a coward. I say them out loud to the people here with me right now.
Also, I refuse to think ahead.
I refuse to think ahead. I will not change. I will never learn, etc., etc.
Speaking of our side business.
Yeah, somebody needs to roll to see how much personnel side business generates now that we know we're keeping it.
Critical.
Oh, we critted on the side business.
It's still -3 because of our...
It is still -3.
we get
six
more personnel. Yeah.
And then 7.
From the quartermaster.
You're welcome. Even though we're already drowning in money.
We got lots of schemes to execute during this downtime.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have any other votes for squad upgrades? Or are we going to go with pilot weapons and gear?
Pilot weapons and gear sounds great for me.
Sounds good.
Consensus achieved. Okay, now...
Patting the little chest armory in their room, being like, this can carry so many fine weapons.
That's so true.
Okay, so now the floor is open for our regular downtime activities. We have anyone raring to go for the first one?
Hello, it's me. It's Aviator.
One Basel Killian.
Yes, one Basel Killian. Hi. I would like to do a long-term project. I'd like to begin a long-term project. This is going to be to complete my preparations to simply walk away and vanish and restart Killian's cars. So I've planned the route. I got robust fake IDs. I've got an AR decoy. What else do I need?
Plans for reopening.
You know what? That's so true. I'm gonna be. This project is gonna be looking open auto shop listings.
I mean, you could also raise capital for it.
I think Hex is helping you by showing you planets that don't have a strong enough factional presence, but also are like good for going to if you maybe are trying to hide out from people.
Also, I'm not worried about the capital to make this happen, because you know what? Listen, Basel's not leaving empty-handed. She's leaving with something. What is, how many?
I got a 410K.
Car full of pillows.
Yeah. What is, how many ticks should this clock be?
It is 6.
6.
Assuming the only mechanical benefit is your drive clock tick.
Take plus 1D.
Basel really out here. In the words of Denzel Washington, I'm going to take something with me.
Listen, all of our incredible gear can fetch a high price.
We do now have quality weapons and gear.
All right, so this is is study. I think this is a study. So that's... I get plus 1d from a thing we have, right? Someone said that.
From Hex. From Hex. From me.
Okay. You're helping
you, being like, showing you the outer worlds. Being like, you could go to here.
All right, that's 3 dice. I'm rolling, and I got...
5, which is going to be 2 ticks on this clock.
I can go next. Speaking of mandates from above, I was told that I had to do a clock to maintain the some of the modifications I made to my tactical genius ability. So audience, if you wonder why this is the entirety of what I'm doing, it's not my fault. It's not even Han Solo voice, it's just genuine. I genuinely it wasn't. So it's a 12-tick clock to specifically maintain the 3 uses and being able to pull out gear equal to our tier. So at this point, because of the various clocks I did, many of the support staff in the 86 are more loyal to me than anyone else. And so I think this is just like taking the time to be like, okay, so like we're a group, but we do need to have protocols and training. And so Hex is like, if I'm going to call on you to come into the field to assist me, I need to know that you can actually keep up with me. So Hex is doing a big group training with the support staff.
Would you like an assistance?
I would love an assistance.
I will assist you.
Basil, unfortunately, getting no special treatment. She is also having to run laps.
Yeah.
And do the practice courses.
It's a wonderful little summer movie montage look. Clicking timer, shaking head as Basil runs a terrible mile.
Giving the half-hearted thumbs up as Basil is just there, hands on knees, wheezing to death.
True story to my life.
This is skirmish because we are practicing to be able to fight people well. 4
die. That's a lot of 4s. All right, that's gonna be 2 ticks.
Is that a critical?
I would like
4?
to also immediately start my second clock, which is kind of just tied to all of this, which is cementing my shadow mutiny. Getting the rest of those losers, the stragglers in the 86 who are like, we love the state. Getting us to be like, okay, but maybe you shouldn't love the state.
There's like a lot of support staff for a Tier 3 squad. We're talking about like, there's some janitors in here. All sorts of people associated with the squad that aren't like active combat soldiers.
This is going to be a drive tick for me.
Drive tick? Well, that one is 6 ticks.
Excellent. Perfect. There we go. So I think this is command, and not because I'm like shouting at them, but because I have enough people on my side that I no longer need to do like direct, like rubbing shoulders and having nice conversations. There are like members of the support staff whose whole thing is just, I go to a place, I convince someone of a thing. And I'm just utilizing those people here. Am I still getting assistance from my friend Basil?
You are still getting assistance from your friend Basil. Just covered in sweat.
At this point, it's like Basil's not necessarily doing anything. She's just literally being like an assistant holding papers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still looking like that. Like, I can't believe it.
That is 2d6.
Okay.
Oh my god, okay.
That's a
it's
3,
fine.
so it's going to be 1 tick on that 6-sided.
Probably gonna have to make sure there's a lot of room on that long-term project.
Yeah, there's going to be some overflow on the LTP segment. This go around.
A little bit.
All right. Speaking of which, either Misty or Dani.
I do. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do first, narratively. You know what? I'm gonna need the stress, probably. I'm gonna cut loose. Where are you at, Misty? What are you doing?
I think Misty is probably stressing in his room.
You get a little knock on the door then, I guess.
Hey, come in. Come on in.
Hey, Misty. Are you busy?
No. What's up?
I kind of was just gonna go out for a walk. I thought maybe you might need to blow off some steam too. Is Blackfire? Yeah. How's he doing?
He's fine for now.
Impaired. -1D.
Better than critical. So we're gonna get out of the stinky sewers. Because as I remember, still got that chemical just blasting through the waters. I'm gonna stay away from the giant Avi, stepping on people. Is there like a river or someplace in the city? Is there like anywhere to get away from crowds at all? Has all the nature just been eaten up?
I mean, in previous sessions, we've had people just leave. Just go to the outskirts.
Yeah, well.
Misty's like, there's the spillway where I meet my contact sometimes.
What's the spillway?
It's like a river, I guess.
Okay, yeah, let's just walk there. Yeah. I think Dani's just not talking during this walk and walking kind of fast.
Oh, you will watch out. Dani's gay walking.
Oh, no. Smoking, of course, but trying to keep the smoke away from your face. It is a vape, so it's not cigarette smoke, at least. I think she kind of watches the spillway for a little bit, tells you, so I sent a letter to Zandre. They were, with the Avi kind of looking to destroy a lot. They had, their meeting, and I asked them to send us on a suicide mission.
So, par for the course?
Well, not quite. Because
fairy suicide mission?
I mean, I haven't gotten the details, obviously. I mean, we'll hear what they say, but I did this so that you can get out. I want you not to come back from this mission.
I see. What about you?
I'm going to come back from this mission, Misty.
So you're staying in?
I have some work that needs to be done before I can go.
But you do feel like you can leave at some point?
I mean, I would like to. I would love for there to be an end goal. I know what I want now, though. And I think what I want is more important than me.
I understand.
Would like you to do something for me, though.
Sure, name it.
I'll give you a little USB stick. I've been collecting some data for the past 3 years, and I've been kind of sitting on it because I couldn't bring myself to hurt him. I don't care anymore. When you're out, and when you're really out, like when you're out and settled, I want you to release this information.
Okay. I'll find a way to make it happen. Try your best to remember, don't forget about yourself in all of this.
I'm doing this for myself. She smiles. I mean, I have one other thing to say, but I can roll this now.
3 dice, and you have rolled 6, so you recover
Hell yeah.
6 stress.
No stress.
Which
no
takes
stress,
you down
baby.
to 0.
I'm sure I will enter the next mission with 0 stress from this. Oh, speaking of stress, my new scar is...
volatile, according to what's written on the sheet here.
Yes.
Let's go! The psychic bites back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like a whole weight has just left Dani's shoulders. I kind of want to apologize for how I've been around you for, all the time we've worked together. The closer I get to someone, the more their thoughts and wants kind of crowd my head. Seeing as you're kind of getting out of here soon, I can actually start to like you.
I don't think Misty knows what to say to that. Somebody like actually knowing his thoughts probably has him pretty stuck.
Fuck, genuine human connection. This is not in the manual.
She would reassure him, but I feel like that would make him more stressed. That she would know he was distressed.
Dani has alleviated all of her stress now.
The Blackfire thing, are you taking him with you?
I would like to. I've got to figure out some way to make sure he's not in danger before we leave. I'm worried the DFS knows about him now.
I'll help how I can, but don't fall in love with him too hard.
You know us envoys.
Speaking of which, Misty,
Yeah.
you owe me a downtime activity. What you got?
Give it to me.
Do need to probably cut loose at some point, but right now I think I'm going to prioritize, I guess, a project for getting Blackfire to somewhere safe.
Oh, wait, shit, no. That fills up my connection clock with you.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Ta-da!
Yeah. Time to ask a question about a belief.
Can I actually trust you?
Yes.
To be clear, Chad, this is you answering the question and it's truthful about Misty. You sound so trustworthy.
Yeah.
Fucking, just a pop up in the corner, and no one believes that.
Yes, you can trust Misty.
Okay. My new belief about you is he reminds me of me. I have to get him out.
Alright, and both of you mark 1 XP.
Yeah.
Healthy thoughts.
Yeah. Well, Dani has nothing but good boundaries, so thank you.
Project to secure Blackfire.
My first thought was to hide him in the food mech.
I don't know.
I don't know that that's particularly safe. We have had conversations
Also, he's
about
still injured.
Yeah, he is still in the infirmary.
Like I said, that was my first thought.
Maybe the first step would be to heal his wounds as best as we can. Get some frozen peas on him.
I mean, these are two separate things.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, this project needs to be something maybe a little more long term than just hide out in the hot dog cooler.
You never let us do anything fun.
Look, the cool space helps with the injuries, relaxes sore muscles.
If I can just suggest a thing, just, as the other person who does spy stuff a bit more aggressively, you can just establish some sort of safe house and put him in there, Put him in a place outside of the city for a little bit.
Like a hot dog.
The cockpit is roomy. I don't know what your problem is. We took out a nuclear reactor. There's plenty of room.
You gonna go with the safe house idea?
Yeah, we'll do the safe house.
All right. Now, what ability do you think you're using for that?
One with a lot of ticks.
Okay.
By God, he's learning how to Beam Saber.
I feel like you wouldn't want a safe house with ticks in it. That's bad for your health.
I love my Lyme disease.
The possum will like it.
The possum is not going anywhere. The last time you interacted with the possum, it tried to bite you in a non-playful way.
Rip in peace.
Okay, well, looking at your action ratings, your highest ones are Prowl and Sway. So we're either talking about illicitly locating something or talking somebody into something.
Yeah, I was going to go with illicitly locating something. Misty does his rounds of stealing random stuff all the time anyways. So I figured he could, use that time to look for a safe house.
Secure a studio apartment with no windows.
Yeah. I'll pull out my scrying crystal and put it on a map and find a... I'm going to charm this.
Full witch girl assistance. That'll give you an extra die. Holy shit!
Whoa!
That's a triple crit.
Devil's crit.
Yeah, that is the devil's crit.
A trit.
No, we're not
Nope.
saying that
No.
word.
No.
I think that's a slur somewhere.
That will get you 5 ticks on this 6-step clock.
God damn. Misty.
I gotta secure my boy.
He's well on his way. You might not be able to take him with you, but his rent will be taken care of, at least. Do we want to go back around the table?
It's time to do long-term project again.
Yeah.
I'm doing hopefully the same role as before. Do I have Hex's unwavering love and support?
You have his support. I
Oh.
don't know about that other thing.
We'll assist
Wow.
you on this roll.
At this time, I think it's absolutely they're arguing about which planet you should go to.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's another
That
2
is
ticks.
Another 5, so that's another 2 ticks. Okay, now we're back around to Hex.
I am going to work on cementing the mutiny, the quiet mutiny. I'm good at 3 things: hacking, sneaking, killing.
Hot chip. Lie.
Not really bad at lying, actually. This could interfacing in that, like, we're shuffling some papers around and digital info to make it, like, Hex is not interested in being like, and on paper, they're the cow, like, they don't care about that, because the plan is to, we're all gonna, me and everyone is gonna leave. So, I think it's more about, like, adjusting the bureaucracy so there's less likelihood for questions to happen at any time.
You're strategically removing some rows from some databases.
Yeah. It would be annoying if someone showed up and was like, hey, potato chip boy, why does it appear to be that one of your pilots seems to be more in charge than you? And I believe I'm still getting my friend's help here. This time she can actually just sit at a computer and not be sweating to death. 3 dice.
Sweating's optional. That is a 4.
2 ticks.
Let's get you 2 ticks. Takes you up to 3.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like this. Great. That's me.
All right. Well, if we're sticking to the order, that takes us back to Dani.
Didn't he? Okay. Again, trying to order of operations here. Yeah, okay. This is going to be a long-term project.
Ooh, the crowd goes wild.
Hooray! Woo!
Yeah, woo, ah.
Confetti.
This is going to be gather support against Sunspot.
I'm assuming this is for drive ticks, or a drive tick.
This is tasty drive ticks, so I can spend them on Misty. So I have a scene that folds into 2 actions. One that isn't a drive tick, but I might just put a pause on it for later, depending on how much stuff we have left. This is the session in which Dani is going hat in hand to multiple doors. She is going to knock on Rex's door. This is going to be literally the morning after the last mission.
The door is not closed. It just opens when you knock on it.
Okay.
Sitting at his little desk that is notably too small for him. He's got a bag of hot Cheetos.
Oh, shit, yeah.
He's got his computer open and clearly has not slept.
Oh, shit, no.
Took a turn.
Well, you're up early. I figured you'd sleep in after such a busy night.
Well, my schedule says I have to be up at 5, so I follow the schedule good, at least.
Did I make that?
I assumed, yes.
Distantly narrative voice. No, he didn't.
What are you watching there?
I'm...
Is he playing World of Spacecraft?
That's characterization.
I'm watching the inbox to see how many more messages I'm going to have to answer about you.
She nods. Well, I came here to apologize.
To me?
Yes. Sort of on an apology tour.
Yeah, I see.
But you're first.
Okay. How many more stops are there?
I haven't even fucking calculated it. So I have a question. When does Dani find out about Martel's assassination?
Probably, right? Probably when you look at... I imagine that probably hit the news pretty soon.
Dani does not watch the news.
On any kind of...
I imagine the thing is, there are probably a ton of people in the space who do. It's probably hard to avoid walking past like a rec room and then there's just like fucking massive image of Bree on a screen and it says found dead.
I've got it here. It's just, I'm gonna need another pot of coffee if you don't mind. And he's got the machine like in his room, just it's like between
blasting
between your verbal assassination and the literal assassination last night. Having to sling a lot of emails this morning.
Dani is confused, but gets coffee, and just, I don't know, I have something to say, and she's going to say it, and then she's going to react to what? I think she thinks that it's about the serpent's fangs, because that's the one that she knew about. No, she's not going to be shitty and apologize when she's making coffee and not looking at him. She's going to make the coffee, bring it to him, and then apologize in his world's okayest boss mug. I reacted in anger last night. It was shitty of me not to take into account how that might impact you when I do things, well, on a job that you have assigned me. I am not sorry for what I said, but I am sorry for whatever blowback you are receiving. You don't deserve this, and you don't deserve any kind of reprimand for having an unruly squad member.
I've been sandbagging this assignment for a decade. Frankly, one busy night is kind of welcome. I don't give any shit about the honor of Zach Richardson or Sunspot. Are you okay, though?
I'm not okay. I haven't been okay, and I'm not.
Well, I have to tell you, your honesty is refreshing, but I was not expecting it.
Now, I'm going to make a lot of speculations here, and you can stop me where I'm wrong. I don't think that you would have been assigned to this squad if you have a history of towing the line.
Mm-hmm. You have gifted in the art of pattern recognition.
I also can't help but notice that you are approximately 7 feet tall and built like a Mack truck.
Give or take.
I do think that they grow these boys at home, but I don't think it's natural.
I don't think they make them like me anymore, though.
Don't you just want to go apeshit?
He just sits back in his chair and closes the computer.
The way I'm saying this, I am like, my hands are on my desk and I am digging my nails into my desk. And I feel like Dani is doing that on her side of the desk, leaning in to talk to him. I'm not suggesting that we go up against the entire DFS. I think that is incredibly stupid and incredibly harmful, both for your legacy and, your retirement fund and,
Legacy.
Whatever. Whatever is important to you. Going up against the DFS, not worth it, quite frankly. But programs like Sunspot, like your program, shouldn't exist. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I think that's pretty clear.
Are you willing to publicly agree with me? I guess we can roll a sway and see if he is or not.
Ba-da-da-da.
Now, this is either sway or command. I feel like this is sway. She is approaching...
Or consort. I mean, honestly, you're not trying to...
Because I don't have consort.
Oh, okay.
This sounded like sway.
Now, is there a chance of this going wrong?
No, it's a fortune roll.
No.
Oh, it's a fortune roll. Okay.
This more or less is just going to determine how many ticks on this clock he himself is going to fill in. And the answer is 2. Because you have rolled a 4.
Not bad. So does he want to go apeshit?
His response is, well, you got the intel last night. There's a giant fuck-off Avi kicking half the city down. 3/4 of my squad just wants to go home.
What? What?
3? He means 2.
I guess Hex doesn't want to go home.
I'm already home, dog. That's the whole point.
Okay. Well, yes. Pedantically speaking, Hex does not want to go home, but Hex does not want to be part of the DFS anymore, which is what I meant, and everybody knew it, Rex says to the camera.
Audience voice, no.
If the 86 doesn't exist after this mission, then I'm on your team.
And I feel like it would be an insult to salute him. I shake his hand.
Your hand is now lightly orange.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got some Cheeto dust.
That's fine.
That seals the pact.
Seals
as good as blood.
Yeah, we're Cheeto brothers now.
I'm fucking physically cringing at the idea of shaking someone's hand and getting their Cheeto dust on me. Disgusting.
Okay. You know what? I'm here. Why the fuck not? I'm instead of spending my free one, I'm spending this material because they're useless to us. Does the big man want to fight giant robot? Acquiring asset Rex for next mission?
Great. Cool.
Does the big man want to fight robot?
I feel like that's like with the voice of like, I'm jingling the keys in your face, baby.
Pretty much.
She does say, do you want to stretch your legs?
Are you making fun of me for skipping leg day?
Just a squat. All I'm saying. Just one in your life.
He opens up his computer again, does a little tippy tap away on it, has to put in some codes and some biometric scans, but he's opened up an FTL transmission, and there's like a crackly static on the other end. Sort of a upshot video of a woman who's clearly like holding a phone or something and not really looking at it. And she's just like, fuck? Little brother, is that you?
What?
And he's just like, yeah. You still have my stuff? And she just looks down at the phone all serious and says, are you sure? And he looks up at Dani and says, yes. And then she just says, it'll be on the next supply. And call ends.
Yes. Yes. All right.
Roll tier. Roll
our
tier.
tier. Let's see how good how his old stuff is.
Have any abilities or upgrades that affect acquire asset rolls?
Nope.
Oh, we might.
We do not.
We do not? Okay.
No.
So it is 3 dice.
Anyone is helping me with this?
Absolutely not. Fuck him.
I'll help.
Cool.
Yeah. You show up to Dani Googling Space Zillow ads.
4 is our
Our
tier.
tier,
So
yep.
3.
It'll be tier 3.
Not bad.
I mean, it's not even too bad. It's exactly what you need. He's past the bar.
This man is a Cheeto-powered killing machine. Okay, I'll put Rex in my items. Put him in my...
Put him in your pocket.
In your pocket.
inventory.
Yeah.
Pokeball technology.
Right,
A
we
little
need to-
keychain Rex would be pretty cool.
Yep, we are back around to misting.
Can we say last roll was finding a place and this is to get Blackfriar securely there?
Yeah, that'll work. Like, I don't think his current physical location is really, like, he's not in immediate danger.
Right. And when I say securely there, I mean like secreted there.
Give me that roll. In fact,
Sounds like a prowl.
Yep. All right, you rolled a 5.
That's all you needed.
So that gets you 2 ticks, but you only needed 1. If you have a related long-term project that you wish to start up, you can roll that 1 extra tick over into it.
I do need one more drive clock long-term project for getting out.
We can do one per downtime. If you have a different thing.
I guess get him healed up.
Let's just... Pretty sure that's you just use a recover action and it just works. No roll required. They just get better.
Yeah, I don't know that I have any other projects. All my projects are going to be related to drive clock.
Well, we still got time to think of schemes.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of schemes.
It's me, it's Basil Killian, and I'm here to say one more time, I will attempt to look through these listings and find the perfect spot.
Hex slamming his hand on a map. It's Epsilon. You should go to Epsilon.
I'm more of a Delta girl.
I mean, you can get a tarot reading.
There's DFS numbers on there.
You've rolled a 2, which only gets you...
You should have went to Epsilon. You should have agreed with me on Epsilon.
Leaves you with
You've been to 2 planets.
1 tick remaining.
Is it worth it to just spend the personnel?
I mean, yeah.
You're
because
gonna have to
do
spend it
either way.
anyway if you do it as separate actions.
I spend 1 personnel to simply upgrade to 2 ticks
All right.
and finish the clock.
Completing the clock.
I guess I'm going to Epsilon.
That's right. Where there aren't any DFS outposts.
Yet.
That's so true. Yet.
It's me. I am going to go ahead and continue to work on 12 tick. This time I am doing training with the squad to make sure that they are good at stealth and hiding. Basil gets to spend time. Please practice eliminating a target from stealth. So Basil just spends the afternoon having people like creep up behind her, tackle her, and then like fake stab her with like a little like practice knife. Mm-hmm. Hex is very apologetic about it.
Nerf or nothing.
It was not their idea, but you know, someone had to be the practice dummy. 3 dice. Oh my god, okay. 2 ticks. Spinning a second one just to go ahead and complete it. Oh wait, no, this is for the other one. It's just 2 ticks, it's fine. third of the way there.
Let's see, we just had hexes rolls, so that brings us back to Dani.
All right. I have a very important question for the group. Amongst the lot of you, who's best with glitter glue?
Thanks for listening to CalazCon. This episode was edited by ScienceBird. You can find them on Twitter as @Vetero. That's VETARO. Sound balancing for this episode was done by Christine Blight. You can reach her for voice acting at CVBlight@gmail.com. The show's music is by Devin Nelson. You can find them on all social media at Devin Decibel. If you'd like to support CalazCon, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/CalazCon. Please tell your friends about the show too. Remember, all glory to Calazar.